Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. Since 1983, they've been serving the country, and we like all their financing, giving the people what they want, what they need, what they love. Come and join the family that's here for you all the way. From birth to graduation, your first job to your home and your car through your golden years.
The GT Credit Union has been actively supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and programs including financial literacy quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso program, junior cooperatives in secondary schools, CPEA, and the TAMCC grants. The credit union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member. So what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
This is the GBN News for today, Tuesday, September 22nd, 2020. I'm Beverly Telesford. In the headlines, CXC reports better CAPE and CSEC performances for 2020. Police seek help from the public in locating a missing 12-year-old. Government to look at the different models presented by the Regional Marijuana Commission to chart the way forward. And slow sales force Guava fishermen to journey to other parishes to sell their catch. Coming up in sports, England vs West Indies, Tammy Beaumont makes 62 as hosts claim 47-run win. And in Around the Globe, Grenadian attorney speaks on sentencing guidelines in Antigua. The details of these and other stories after this message.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Good evening to our viewers and listeners on K105. This is GBN News at 7. Thousands of students across the region are anxiously awaiting their results from the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate, CSEC, and Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination, CAPE. The results were scheduled to be released from 5 this afternoon. However, CXC announced that results will be posted at 8 p.m. instead. We get the details in this report.
The modified exams were held during the months of July and August due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The COVID-19 pandemic has not negatively impacted students' performance in the CAPE and CSEC examinations, as there has been an overall increase in performance when compared to previous years. According to the Caribbean Examination Council's Director of Operations, Nicole Manning, on Tuesday, says that there has been an increase in grade 1s, with 12% of CSEC math candidates obtaining grade 1 when compared to 8% in 2019 and 11% in 2018. Some 52% of CSEC students passed math, a marked improvement from 46% in 2019 and a slight improvement from 49% in 2018. According to an online article, 72% of students across the region who sat CAPE math attained acceptable grades. However, math was not the only subject where students attained improved grades. A slight improvement was reflected in CSEC English, with 82% attaining an acceptable grade and 23% receiving grade 1. There was also slight improvements in other subject areas such as sciences, social studies, and history. Christina John, GBN News.
Police are in search of a 12-year-old boy of Richmond Hill, St. George, who has been missing for the last 10 days. Reynolds Street was last seen about 4 p.m. on Sunday, September 13th. At the time of his disappearance, he was wearing a black polo t-shirt, dark blue jeans, and black shoes. Reynolds is approximately 5 feet tall, dark brown in complexion, and slim built. Anyone seeing Reynolds Street or has any information about his whereabouts is asked to contact Child Protection Authority at 415-1124 or the nearest police station. Last Friday, it was observed that a significant number of guava fishermen have been traveling to St. George's to sell their catch. GBN ventured to the fishing capital on Sunday to find out the reason behind this journey.
Recently, there has been a noticeable increase in fishermen selling fish on the carronage at Grand Mall in St. George and even through communities, much like times before, at the back of a van with the sound of the conch shell echoing along the roads. Some of the fishermen selling on the carronage last week told GBN they travelled all the way from Guave to St. George because of a shortage of vendors to buy their fish at the Guave fish market. This was one of the main sentiments echoed along the seashore, as some Guave fishermen said they have been forced to sell their catch to other parishes.
Well, to be truthful, the reason why you don't have market for fish up here, I think the government don't have facilities for us to get fish cheap or whatever. But to be truthful, today they're buying in Grand Mall and tomorrow they're saying they don't buying, and today they will giving us $10 a pound, and then tomorrow they want to give us $4 a pound. So we don't have a choice. We can't take the $4 because gas, a pound of fish can buy a gallon of gas. So we have to go to Carronage or we have to go over the hills or whatever.
Most of them living up here and go to St. George because we don't have buyers up here. And the amount of boats, because of the COVID right now, they have a problem. You understand? So they have to go to St. George to get all the fish because that's what we're doing for a living. Most of the guys, when they have the fish in the boat, they need to get it out to go back and fish next day. So they go to St. George's to sell most of the fish, and they sell for some of the people around.
It's like you don't have no sale at all, and you have more boats now, and less sale for fish.
The man told GBN there are only 2 vendors at the Guave fish market due to a number of issues, such as a lack of interest among community members and what they refer to as shortage of licenses issued.
Only 2 buyers, Gallo and Stella. Well, my solution is that you have people just come here for license to buy fish, and the government don't give them license. Because you have some set of buyers like pajamas and guys like that, they get old now, they don't have money to pay us all the fish. And when people come to buy the fish, they're telling them they have to buy it under the license. The government here is supposed to say, listen what, you don't have like, you can't buy the fish, you can't pay the fisherman for the fish. This man come for license, the fisherman want to have the family to mind, the bank to pay. Supposed to give them license.
So then we need more buyers, as with the politicians and they'll say they go help us. They doesn't help us. You understand? So we need more buyers.
Exactly. The more the vendors has to buy, the older settlers to buy fish, they die out. Few young people are doing that now.
Joseph McKee-Smith, GBN News.
Now, government will be looking at the different models presented by the Regional Marijuana Commission to chart the way forward on how the country will be addressing the issue of cannabis use in Grenada. This was announced during government's weekly post-cabinet briefing on Tuesday. We have the details in this report.
Minister for Foreign Affairs Peter David, in speaking on the issue of the decriminalization of marijuana in the country, highlighted that in a recent CARICOM conference in July, Grenada, along with all heads of government, agreed that they will review the current status of marijuana as a dangerous drug with a view to reclassification, taking into account all international obligations. The minister also went along to say that Grenada, with the rest of the region, agreed that they will determine the path they will pursue based on the country's circumstances, based on the models presented by the Regional Marijuana Commission.
What Grenada did, after agreeing to the Commission's report, is to establish a committee of the Cabinet comprising the Minister of Health, the Minister of Agriculture, and the Minister of Legal Affairs. And that committee is expected to determine the way to proceed to implement the Commission's report. Now, remember, it says that each country in accordance with its own circumstances.
Minister David explains that the committee will assist in making the final decision on the matter after a series of public forums. He said a survey which was done in Grenada in 2018 indicated that over 60% of Grenadians welcome the decriminalization or legalization of cannabis in Grenada. David explained that while in the past, Prime Minister Mitchell indicated that this discussion will never happen, his perspective on the matter has changed.
So the Prime Minister, like many of us, has evolved on the issue of cannabis, and that is normal. I mean, you have many people who 5 years ago would have killed somebody on that, but they've evolved because they've listened, and that is what a good leader does. You listen, you learn, you evolve. And there is an evolution on his part. So let us all evolve. Let us listen, let us learn, and let us come up with a policy decision that is good for the country. Let us not make political football of cannabis.
The Minister for Foreign Affairs is appealing to everyone to have an open mind on the matter, as it will be heavily addressed soon. For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
Kawana Bay Resort is speaking out on environmental damage in the south of the island caused by suppliers of concrete mix. Christina John has been following that story and has this report.
A cliff close to the Kawana Bay Resort has become the dumping ground for loose concrete. This practice spans more than a year and has become an eyesore to many and of concern to the owner and developer of Kawana Bay Resort. A trucking company has been accused for the practice but has refuted the claim. GBN contacted owner of Kenny's Trucking for his response to the allegation. According to Kenny, this was brought to his attention on Tuesday morning. In his response, he says their trucks are usually cleaned at their site in Dusty Highway. In a press release, Kawana Bay Resort strongly condemned the practice. The release states that when completing their pour, either at Kawana Bay or other sites at BBC Beach, trucks are being washed next to the cliff at Kawana Bay site, resulting in the cliff being tainted with concrete. This, it adds, was brought to their attention more than 1 year ago and immediately ordered the supplier to refrain from such act. The trucker was ordered to clean the cliff to correct the damage. Barriers were also erected to prevent further dumping. A specific location off-site was selected where trucks can be washed to avoid further environmental damage. The practice is believed to have ceased, however, cleaning of the cliff by the supplier remains an unfinished job. Christina John, GBN News.
We take a break, but still ahead, family and friends use today's technology to celebrate a St. George resident's 100th birthday via Zoom. Details after this.
Envision more and get what you want with a Make It Happen loan from Republic Bank. Laptops for back to school? We make it happen. Home improvements? More space for virtual classes? That can definitely happen. What about a new car or a staycation? Explore paradise at home. Let us make it happen too. It's easy, quick, and affordable. Apply today for a chance to win US $1,000. Let Republic Bank make it happen for you. Call us today for an appointment at any of our locations island-wide or visit republicgrenada.com. Special terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Paying is faster and easier with Glow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
The countdown is on to win free groceries for 1 year with the Food Fair. Just a few more days left to shop for a chance to win up to $8,400 in groceries. Look out for the live grand draw on October 9th, 2020. Win free groceries for 12 months, free groceries for 6 months, or free groceries for 3 months. Promotion runs until September 30th, 2020. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you looking for some early cash for Christmas?
Yes!
Then join the fun online. Play Waggy Team Virtual Bingo. Because on Sunday, October 4th, from 6 p.m., you can win not 10, not 15, but a whopping $20,000 US cash. And the best part is, tickets are only $20 US. Available at gotofet.com or special box offices island-wide. And if you don't have any idea how to play, then visit our main office at Bruce Street Mall, where one of our agents will go through the process step by step. Remember, Sunday, 4th October, Waggy T Virtual Bingo is now $20,000 US. You don't want to miss this.
Life can be unpredictable, and uncertainties can throw everything out of sync. In spite of life's uncertainties, Grenlec remains committed to providing you with consistent, reliable service. Persistent, outstanding balances disrupt your peace of mind and limit Grenlec's ability to provide the service you depend on. That's why Grenlec is urging all customers to bring your account up to date at this time. Please ensure that you pay your bill in full and continue to pay on time to avoid arrears and the inconvenience of disconnection. Call 237 for 24-hour bill inquiries or contact our customer care team urgently at telephone number 237. Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Our superheroes are all among us. They don't wear capes nor have superpowers. In fact, they appear to be quite ordinary. They are the ones who provide us with food. They are our farmers, our grocery store workers, our vendors. They are our fishermen. They are the ones who heal us, our doctors and medical practitioners. They are the ones who protect us, our police officers. They are all the other essential workers who make this period bearable. And how can we forget our teachers, dedicated to educating our children no matter the circumstance? To everyone who is doing their part to make sure the wheel keeps turning, Ariza says, thank you.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Envision more and get what you want with a Make It Happen loan from Republic Bank. Laptops for back to school? We make it happen. Home improvements? More space for virtual classes? That can definitely happen. What about a new car or a staycation? Explore paradise at home. Let us make it happen too. It's easy, quick, and affordable. Apply today for a chance to win US $1,000. Let Republic Bank make it happen for you. Call us today for an appointment at any of our locations island-wide or visit republicgrenada.com. Special terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back to the news at 7. While some may reminisce on Hurricane Janet in Grenada on September 22nd, 1955, some 65 years ago today, one woman is celebrating her 100th birthday. Rena Perry visited centenarian Miss Dorothy Helena Collins on her special day and has this report.
It was indeed a special and happy day for Mrs. Dorothy Helena Collins as she celebrates her 100th birthday today, Tuesday, September 22nd. Though COVID-19 may have prohibited many family and friends from physically celebrating with her, that did not stop them from hosting a virtual birthday party for the celebrant. Mrs. Collins, who lost her sight some years ago, welcomed the best wishes and birthday greetings through a Zoom platform. She said she is very happy to be alive and could not wait to taste her birthday cake.
Well, it's quite nice to be able to live with people for such a long time. I couldn't make it alone because, number one, I can't cook, I can't see. I'm glad to be alive and proud to be able to say things that's not too bad, anything. Well, it's not every day you get it 100%, but I could have lived with how I was treated. If not, I wouldn't be here telling you anything. Very happy, and I'm ready for that cake to tell me about.
As Mrs. Doughty reflected on her golden years and the passage of Hurricane Janet in her mid-30s, she told GBN she would not have been here today without her caretakers.
So it's the people that take care of me, that feed me and do the necessary things. And thanks everybody for my care and protection. I must indeed say, had it not been my caretakers, I couldn't be here to tell you that story.
In celebrating Collins' 100th birthday, a video slide of her life over the years was played for all to see, with a special visit from Dame Cecile Lagrenade, Governor General of Grenada. For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
On another note, Public Relations Officer of the National Democratic Congress, Claudette Joseph, is appealing to the relevant authority to remedy some issues with the electoral list. Joseph said the NDC made some objections leading up to the 2018 elections over some individuals who were on some specific lists then, who they believed should not have been there. She said the Electoral Office decided to deal with the objections after the elections, despite having ample time.
Like in the case of the town of St. George, all of the people we objected to were purged off the list. It turned out they were not supposed to be registered in town, and they voted, and they all voted for Peter David. We knew that, right? And so that's done. I have a letter from the Electoral Office saying the following people have been purged from the list in light of the objection and our investigation. There was a hearing and everything, right? There were hearings, all of that. One of them even came with a lawyer, right? So it was done transparently. Lo and behold, now the new list is being generated and circulated, and we've seen some of the same people we already went through the process, the legal process of filing an objection, having a hearing, giving them a right to appeal everything. We got no notice that some of these people appealed the decision to remove them from the list.
The PRO is urging the individuals who should not be listed in the respective constituencies to remove themselves from the list to avoid publication.
But lo and behold, they are back on the list now. Some of these people know who they are, and some of them are relatives of the MP. I'm saying it here and now. If you don't go and get your name off the list, we ain't going through this process again of purging and whatnot. We're going to expose you. I'm going to publicize your names, those of you who are cheating. That's what we're going to do. And it's happening in other constituencies.
And now another surprising discovery has made it to the GBN's ISO files. Stay with us for this evening's edition. Up next.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISO is brought to you by Clear Vision.
You know us, but we knew. You feel at home with every visit. An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. changing the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
Tonight's ISOL features a video of politician and farmer Joseph Andel with a 4.2-pound sweet potato from his garden. Mr. Andel held a starchy vegetable up to his face proudly, showing it off. To have your ISOL featured, you can send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
We take a break, but still ahead, a new policy document on the rights and regulations of citizens in the diaspora to be developed and tabled in Parliament. This is News at 7. Stay with us.
It's the craziest summer deal ever from K&L Bookstore. Buy one, get one free. Deals on notebooks, pens, pencils, glues, crayon, file paper, everything needed for the new school term. Deals also on office supplies. So visit K&L Bookstore at the corner of Young and Scott Street, or give them a call on telephone number 321-3500 or 420-3507. At K&L Bookstore, the craziest summer deal is on.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Supermarket today. Real Value IGA Supermarket keeps the savings flowing when you use your Real Value IGA Supermarket frequent shopper card.
Excuse me, ma'am, do you have a shopper's card? I'm sure.
Real Value IGA Supermarket, where good food begins.
Missing the mass? No, here's an opportunity to win big with the Grenada Distillers Limited. Purchase any specially marked bottle of pure white or special dark for a chance to win. Look out for the Missing the Mass scratch ticket and win prizes instantly. Available at supermarkets island-wide. Prizes include mobile top-up, hydration backpack, domino sets, shot glasses, Clax Code product, t-shirts, and other Spice Mass merchandise. Plus much more. Grand prize, the ultimate Missing the Mass Clax Code Beach Line for you and 10 friends. Food, drinks, music, and more. It's the Missing the Mass scratch and win promotion. Clax Code Rum, Grenada's #1 rum.
It's new, innovative and classy, and a cut above the rest. Your one-stop shop for bathtubs, kitchenette, customized doors and windows, and even a new paint job. We also sell quartz and solid surface countertops. At M&N Hardware, we offer best prices, excellent service, efficiency, and reliability. Visit us at Dusty Highway, Grandin, St. George, or call telephone number 440-6757. M&N Hardware, from foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Tropical shipping is fast and reliable. Always on time, safe and affordable. Friendly staff here to connect you. Tropical worldwide, you must get you. Shop online and you get it on time. Hassle free to meet your deadline. Consolidate any size, any load. With tropical shipping, so we ship everything. I can't wait to ship with tropical. Can't wait. No package too big, too small. I cannot wait to ship with tropical. No package too big, too small. Just ship with tropical.
Local agents, George F. Huggins and Company, Grenada Limited. A telephone number 440-8787 or visit our website at www.tropical.com. Email us at grenadasales@tropical.com. Tropical Shipping, committed to island life.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Who wants to save 30%? Everybody. Now more than ever, Flow understands the need to make your dollar stretch. Our new bundles can help you save 30% off your current bill. Plus, get a free speed upgrade on your in-home internet. Simply add your mobile to your current home services account and save 30%. It's easy. Sign up now and save. All on the best fixed and mobile network on island. Visit a Flow store or call us at 1-800-804-2994 for more information. Flow, keeping you connected. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back. A new policy document will soon be developed and tabled in Parliament by the Government of Grenada, charting the way forward on the rights and regulations of citizens in the diaspora. Minister for Foreign Affairs Peter David announced to the media on Tuesday that government has recently held meetings with the diaspora community to get their input on the matter and expects that this policy should be passed by the end of the year.
They have given us funding, and they have also assisted in employing an expert who assists us in developing the policy document. We are in the last stages of the policy document. We now have a draft which is being submitted to the community for discussions, the diaspora. It has been submitted to the cabinet. Cabinet has established a subcommittee of the cabinet led by myself at this time to review the policy document, and hopefully that policy document by the end of the year will become government's policy on diaspora.
Minister David explains that the policy is important as people within the diaspora contribute greatly toward the development of Grenada through donation and investment.
The diaspora is not only important if we want them to send some stuff to us. That is important. Remittances are extremely important to our budget and to the maintenance of many persons in Grenada. But it is not the only thing. The diaspora must become involved in the development of this country in several other ways. And as I said before, and I repeat, not only materially, but with respect to their ideas.
The Minister for Foreign Affairs was speaking at government's weekly post-cabinet briefing. Now, infrastructural work on the Marast Hill continues, and construction on the Western Road Corridor is scheduled to commence mid-2021. That's the word coming out of a recent meeting held between the Ministry of Infrastructure personnel, the RGPF, and the trucking industry. Details in this report.
The Marast Hill Road will remain closed for the next 2 months to facilitate the construction of a retaining wall, rigid pavement structure, and foundation work. That's according to Chief Technical Officer in the Ministry of Infrastructure, Nadar Andal. To facilitate the closure, alternative traffic arrangements were put in place. CTO Andal also gave an update on the Jones Road, where work is expected to commence in upcoming weeks. This will include the construction of a retaining wall and drains in the area, and broken sections of the road will be repaired with asphalt. The implementation of the work is not expected to cause major disruption to the flow of traffic in the area. However, contingency traffic plans would be implemented if necessary. The fragility of some of the roads, the lack of retaining walls and proper drainage, as well as overhanging vegetation affecting visibility and road road safety were some of the concerns raised by truck operators and owners. In return, an appeal went out to truckers to clean the roadways of spillage from their vehicles. Such spillage of gravel, sand, and concrete mix is creating significant road hazards and traffic delays. The RGPF will be intensifying enforcement and appeal to road users to report such incidents immediately. Christelina John, GBN News.
Stay with us. Your local weather and sports are up next. It's that time again to join Sigoni Mohammed at our sister station TV6 for the latest weather updates from across the region.
What we're seeing is that today we actually recorded yet another high temperature in downtown Port of Spain. Again, our automatic weather station coming in at 35 degrees Celsius. And yesterday this happened just after midday. Today it came in just before midday at 11:46 in the morning to be exact. And of course that low temperature is still pretty warm, but you would get that within built up areas, all right? So you want to pay attention to that. Now notice the Trinidad and Tobago Met Service did not record any rainfall at the Piarco station, not even at Crown Point in Tobago, but we got some heavy downpours, and that produced that additional rainfall, created the ability for gusty winds to come into play, and of course the flooding, the street flooding that came in as well. So what we're seeing now is that over the last couple of hours there was a heavy downpour along western Trinidad, and this came in with that daytime heating and of course the sea breeze effect happening here as well. And we'll be talking about that as the week progresses. But remember, when you get a lot of heating happening, you get those clouds building up, and with it you get the stormy kind. So you get the thunder and the lightning, and of course the heavy downpour that comes with it. Into the rest of this evening, look at what's happening here. Trinidad and Tobago looks pretty clear, like nothing even happened across the island just a few hours ago. And that's what we'll be seeing for the rest of the evening, that generally settled feel, but we still have a few partly cloudy pockets roaming about the island, and with it we could see the possibility of an isolated shower and thunder shower taking us through this midnight period, but mostly occurring offshore. That's that precipitation factor. But it's still wickedly warm into this evening, a balmy 26 degrees in Tobago, Trinidad coming in at 25 degrees. So it begs the question, what can we expect into tomorrow's forecast? So let's try and answer that, and also take a look at what's happening into the Atlantic as a whole, because right now between sunrise and sunset we had over the last couple of hours Tropical Storm Beta. It's downgraded to a depression now because it made landfall over Texas. So if you've got friends and family members there, you might want to give them a call, see how they're doing, because it is widespread flooding in and around that area of the U.S. Also toward the Atlantic portions of Canada. You got friends and family members in Nova Scotia and Newfoundland? Well, give them a call, see what's going to happen with them, because they're still under Tropical Storm Watch as Hurricane Teddy bears its eye very close to that area, and it's going to make a landfall within the next 24 and 48-hour period. And also, we've been tracking Paulette, the system that died and now pretty much did a Frankenstein on us and resurfaced in the Atlantic, and that one is now a tropical storm. It's going to be short-lived. It's going to die out over the next couple of hours, and we'll be updating you on that one on social media, because it's not bothering anybody at this time. And what we're seeing other than that is what else is happening in the Atlantic as a whole, and that's relatively nothing. We do not have any other areas to watch, save for a small cluster of cloud over Cuba, but we'll be talking about that a little bit later on in our regional forecast, so stay tuned just after 8 o'clock to see what happens there. And for Trinidad and Tobago in general, not a lot going on. Again, we're seeing relatively sunny skies, stable atmospheric conditions, and would you believe we're in the height of our wet season and we're talking about sunny skies? Well, yeah, it happens in between. Could this be our petit carême that's happening for Trinidad and Tobago? Well, only time will tell. It's a 10 to 14 day period, and we'll be monitoring that to see how long it lasts for that time. Generally into tomorrow's forecast, not a big change. We're still looking out for the sunshine, and boy will it be wickedly warm yet again. Highs sticking around 32 degrees Celsius in Tobago, 34 degrees in Trinidad. That's what we're going for right now. If it peaks at 35, well, we'll be sure to tell you about that on social media. And again, with daytime heating, The usual suspects, the heavy downpours, the isolated thunderstorms. So you want to look out for the possibility of street or flash flooding happening here again, as well as those gusty winds coming into play and those seriously dark clouds that produce the lightning and the thunder. Of course, where that is occurring, here's a quick flash flood tip for you guys, and it's the most important one. Where there is flood action happening, do not get into that water, especially if it's fast moving, and please, 6 inches, it's not that big. It can actually knock you down off your feet and take you away with it. So a quick tip for you right there. Be safe, guys, when you're out there, and be mindful of what's happening in your forecast. That's a wrap on your weather for now.
Weather for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique valid for tonight and the following 3 days. Weather tonight generally fair with brief isolated showers. Tonight's minimum temperature 24.5 degrees Celsius. Winds east northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas slight, waves 2 to 4 feet in open water. Tides high at 8 p.m. and the low at 1:30 a.m. Sunrise tomorrow 5:57. Weather for Wednesday, September 23rd, generally fair and windy with the occasional partly cloudy spells, increasing in cloudiness by morning with brief showers. Weather for Thursday, September 24th, partly cloudy and windy with few brief showers, improving by afternoon. And weather for Friday, September 25th, generally fair and windy, increasing in cloudiness by morning.
At Communal, we are adapting to meet the changing needs of our shareholders and members. Times are changing, and with the changing times comes a whole new way to do business. Our parents may have done their banking a different way. Communal's state-of-the-art online banking and international debit card allows members to do business with great ease. It's like literally having a branch in your very own hands. Need a loan? Apply online from the comfort of your own home anywhere in the world, and your request will be dealt with remotely. Want to transfer between your accounts or another shareholder? No wait time for transactions to update. Voila! Who needs receipts when you can receive them via e-statements on your mobile device and save the environment? Not a Communal member? You can join our family today by applying online. At Communal, we see you working hard to ensure that you save, invest, and grow. Communal. Join us today. This will be the best financial decision you have ever made.
Are you looking for some early cash for Christmas? Yes! Then join the fun online. Play Waggy Team Virtual Bingo! Because on Sunday, October 4th, from 6 p.m., you can win not 10, not 15, but a whopping $20,000 US cash! And the best part is, tickets are only $20 US. Available at gotofed.com or special box offices island-wide. And if you don't have any idea how to play, then visit our main office at Bruce Street Mall, where one of our agents will go through the process step by step. Remember, Sunday, 4th October, Waggy T Virtual Bingo is now $20,000 US. You don't want to miss this.
You don't know how many hurricanes will be coming this season, so you need to be prepared. At Hubbard's Hardware and Building Supply Departments and Food Fair Supermarkets, everything from canned foods, flashlights and batteries, to plywood, tarpaulin, lanterns, roof repair kits, water tanks, etc. are available. For over 90 years, we've helped you prepare for and recover from storms. Hubbard's Hardware, Food Fair Supermarkets, and the Grenadian General Insurance, an integral part of your hurricane preparedness plan.
looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements? Or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 for 18-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Fallage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Missing the mass? No, here's an opportunity to win big with the Grenada Distillers Limited. Purchase any specially marked bottle of pure white or special dark for a chance to win. Look out for the Missing the Mass scratch ticket and win prizes instantly. Available at supermarkets island-wide. Prizes include mobile top-up, hydration backpacks, domino sets, shot glasses, Clax Code product, t-shirts, and other Spice Mass merchandise. Plus much more. Grand prize, the ultimate Missing the Mass Clax Code beach line for you and 10 friends. Food, drinks, music, and more. It's the Missing the Mass scratch and win promotion. Clax Code Rum, Grenada's #1 rum.
Good evening, sporting fans. Tammy Beaumont's eye-catching half-century helped England to a 47-run win and a 1-0 series lead over West Indies in their first international since March. More in this TV6 Sports Report.
Okay, ladies, stand up. And what a rough day for the West Indies as they went under by 47 runs to host England. Well, that's in the first of their 5-game T20 series. England batted first, posting 163 for 8 with Tammy Beaumont scoring 62, while Shakira Selman took 3 wickets. In the reply, the Windies, well, run scoring never got going as they were restricted to 116 for 6, despite a battling 69 from Deandra Dotting. We have the action from Derby.
Next year in New Zealand.
England took on the West Indies in their opening game in Derby, with Tammy Beaumont being the star with the bat. Here, England was 61 for 2, with Stephanie Taylor getting both scalps. Beaumont batted brilliantly and went on to top score with 62, comprising 9 fours and 1 6. Captain Heather Knight was the next highest scorer with 25.
Knight has also got a beautiful high back lift.
Shakira Selman did well with the ball for the West Indies. Selman went on to take 3 wickets in the innings.
Oh, brilliant from Tammy Beaumont. Oh, I thought it was. I thought she got the distance.
And there were 2 for Hayley Matthews as England closed on a healthy 163 for 8. When the Windies replied, Matthews was dismissed by Natalie Silver for 3. Stephanie Taylor didn't last long as she was bowled by Sarah Glenn for 8, 28 for 2. Deandra Dottin played a key role for the West Indies, but it wasn't enough as the others struggled. This was disdainfully smacked by Dottin, who went on to get 69 with 6 fours and 2 maximums. Silver finished with 2 wickets for the home side. Sophie Eccleston also took 2 as the Windies were restricted to 116 for 6 and lost by 47 runs. Vinod Narwani, TV6 Sport.
We're going to get them next time. All right, well, after that match, West Indies captain Stephanie Taylor expressed disappointment about the team's performance.
Well, it's not one of the best, I would say. You know, I thought we didn't adapt well to the pitch. And then, you know, I thought Tammy batted really well, set the game up nicely for them. I guess looking back at that, we thought we were always behind, and we had to try and, you know, gain some momentum going into the batting. But yeah, I guess some bowlers, you would say, in patches bowl well, but not the best, really.
Well, let's jet over to Dubai now, where Royal Challengers Bangalore beat Sunrisers Hyderabad by 10 runs. Well, that's in the IPL. RCB made 163 for 5 with Dev Padikal getting 56 and AB de Villiers 51. Well, in reply, the Sunrisers, they were dismissed for 153 with Yuzvendra Chahal taking 3 wickets.
Royal Challengers Bangalore was sent into bat by Sunrisers Hyderabad in their match on Monday in Dubai. Devdutt Padikkal and Aaron Finch opened the batting for RCB.
Start from the young man, just shimmies down the wicket.
They put on a stand of 90 for the first wicket, with Padikkal being the aggressor.
Timing looks okay, and it's quick enough as well.
Padikkal was the first to depart, bowled by Vijay Shankar for 56. Without a run added, Finch then fell to Abhishek Sharma for 29. Captain Virat Kohli could only get to 14 before being caught. That made it 123 for 3. AB de Villiers played a very crucial role for the Royal Challengers.
That is just
He made 51 of just 30 balls, embellished with 4 fours and 2 sixes, as RCB closed on 163 for 5. In their run chase, Sunrisers Hyderabad lost David Warner early. He was fortuitously run out by Umesh Yadav for 6, and it was 18 for 1. Johnny Bairstow was joined by Manish Pandey, and the two had some repair work to do.
nice pace on it.
They put on a stand of 71 for the second wicket.
That's one of those T20 shots that frustrate.
Pandey was caught by Navdeep Saini of Yuzvendra Chahal for 34. Bairstow continued to do his part for the Sunrisers.
Oh, what a shot.
But he was dismissed for 61, giving Chahal his next wicket. How about 3 for Chahal as Vijay Shankar made a duck? It was falling apart for the Hyderabad franchise as half the side fell with 129 on the board. Navdeep Saini was also among the wickets, taking 2 in total. Shivam Dubey also grabbed 2, with RCB scenting victory.
And now it should be safely taken in the deep.
Dale Steyn took the last wicket as Sunrisers Hyderabad were dismissed for 153 in 19.4 overs. RCB won the match by 10 runs. Vinod Narwani, TV6 Sport.
All right, let's go celebrate with a champ as TNT Samantha Wallace. Well, she broke a personal milestone yesterday. That's in the Suncorp Super Netball League. Wallace surpassed 2,000 goals for defending champions New South Wales Swifts. She became only the 3rd player in the Suncorp League to accomplish the feat. It was part of a 57-54 win over the Adelaide Thunderbirds. The Swifts are short of a place in the finals, but against the team ranked 7th, they are expected to step up their game ahead of next weekend's closing round. Congratulations. It is football time now, and 2 matches were played today in the English Premiership, with Aston Villa defeating Sheffield United 1-0 and Manchester City beating Wolves 3-1. Well, City hit the jackpot as early as the 20th minute. Kevin De Bruyne accurate from the spot. Then they got fancy with some nice movement before Phil Foden made it 2-0 to City in the 32nd minute, make it 3-1 to Manchester City, and they would win the match.
Starting with football, Manchester City midfielder Ilkay Gundogan has tested positive for coronavirus. The Premier League has confirmed that the 29-year-old is observing a 10-day self-isolation period. As a result, the Germany international missed City's opening league game of the season against Wolves on Monday. To news of basketball, a Women's National Basketball Association playoff game between Seattle Storm and Minnesota Lynx, which was scheduled for September 20th, was postponed out of an abundance of caution after there were inconclusive COVID-19 test results for some Seattle Storm players. The new date for Game 1 of the semifinals will be announced at a later date. And in tennis, 5 players have been withdrawn from the French Open qualifying tournament after 2 players and a coach tested positive for COVID-19. The names of the players have not been revealed. Vinod Narwani, TV6 Sport.
And now for the probe around the globe, the Antigua Bar Association continues its efforts to shed light on sentencing guidelines that are used in the courts in Antigua and Barbuda and other members of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court. The guidelines for murder and firearms offenses were explained by Grenadian Ruggles Ferguson, who was a guest on the ABS program. We get the details in this report.
The death sentence is still the maximum penalty for murder in Antigua and Barbuda. However, no such sentence has been passed for several years, as judges see this as a last resort. Practice directions for the offense, which were released last month, reconfirms the penalty of death should be restricted to the rarest of rare and worst of worst killings. Attorney Ruggles Ferguson was a guest on Sunday's edition of Bar Talk, which is hosted by attorney Sherian Bradshaw. Ferguson explained some of the other factors that must be satisfied before a judge can even consider the death penalty.
Where there is no reasonable prospect of reform of the offender, the death penalty may be considered. Also, you have where the offender has been appropriately evaluated by a psychiatrist.
The offender must have also been 18 years or older at the time of the offense. Ultimately, the guideline says the death penalty is only justified where the object of punishment cannot be achieved by any other means. Alternative sentences provided for murder are whole life sentence, determinate sentence, detention for an offender with relevant mental illness, and detention at the court's pleasure. Meanwhile, guidelines for firearm offenses places the crime into 3 categories based on the consequence of the offense. Ferguson lists circumstances that fall in the highest category.
Causing or attempting injury with a firearm. 2, discharging a firearm to cause terror. 3, renting or supplying or dealing or trafficking in 5 or more firearms.
There are also classification levels based on the seriousness of the offense. Crimes within the highest level include firearm offenses committed near churches, schools, and large public gatherings, and those associated with gang membership and group activity. Jamie J. Roche, ABS News.
In Guyana, over 80 inmates at a prison tested positive for COVID-19. Authorities have been busy trying to see how they can deal with the amount of cases. The results were received over the weekend from a wide testing of inmates. Details in this report.
Let's tell you now that widespread testing of inmates at the Lusignan prison has revealed that over 80 of the prisoners are COVID-19 positive, according to senior health officials. The prison director, Gladwin Samuels, has confirmed that over 80 inmates have indeed tested positive for COVID-19. The results were received over the weekend, and the prison authorities have been busy trying to put systems in place to house the positive cases in a separate facility. The over 80 positive cases are in addition to the first 2 cases that were recorded at the cramped jailhouse last week. Those first 2 cases triggered the decision to do widespread testing at the prison. News source understands that a decision has been taken to have the inmates isolated at a government facility just outside of Georgetown under heavy security. Initially, there was a plan to have the COVID-19 positive inmates housed on the main tarmac of the national park. But that plan fell through after senior security officials raised concerns about the security in that area. On Saturday morning, tents and fencing were being placed for the move to the national park. But by Saturday afternoon, everything was dismantled and the plan was shelved. The positive cases have since been moved to the secured facility outside of Georgetown, where the prisoners are now on the heavy joint services guard. Over the weekend, an unrest broke out at the Lusignan jail as the prisoners loudly voiced their concerns about the condition of the facility and the poor measures in place to protect them from COVID-19. Just after the first case of the COVID-19 was recorded in Guyana, visitation to the prisons were halted, and most of the prisoners would face their court hearings via video conference. But with new prisoners being added to the already overpopulated facility almost daily and prison officers allowed to travel home regularly, the possibility of infections and spread always remain high. Health officials are now assisting the prison authorities with the daily sanitization of the facilities at Lusignan.
Further afield, Tropical Storm Beta makes landfall along Gulf Coast in Houston. Firefighters performed at least 20 water rescues overnight. In Texas and Louisiana, over 11 million people are bracing for major flooding. ABC's Alex Pressure reports.
This morning, Tropical Storm Beta roaring ashore along the Gulf Coast. The slow-moving storm triggering flash floods in the Houston area.
Now, I want to show you some people that are just wading through water as they try to make it to higher ground.
Overnight, nearly 11 million people under flash flood watches across Texas and Louisiana.
It's the most flooding we've seen here in about 10 years, since right after Ike.
The season's 23rd named storm churning the surf, causing parts of this pier in Galveston to collapse. ABC's Matt Gutman is there.
This is the seawall that divides Galveston from the Gulf of Mexico. Now, down these stairs and about 50 yards in that direction is where the shoreline used to be, but now it's been consumed by that storm surge.
And Beta stirring huge swells in the Gulf, captured by a boat engineer out at sea. The storm is expected to linger along the coast for 2 days, dumping up to 6 inches of rain, even across areas of Louisiana still without power after Hurricane Laura just 3 weeks ago. Alex Perche, ABC News.
And that's it for the probe around the globe. When we return, a recap of the headlines. Recapping the headlines, CXC reports better keep and CSEC performances for 2020. Police seek help from the public in locating a missing 12-year-old. Government to look at the different models presented by the Regional Marijuana Commission to chart the way forward. And the slow sales force Guave fishermen to journey to other parishes to sell their catch. In sports, England vs West Indies, Tammy Beaumont makes 62 as hosts claim 47-run win. And in Around the Globe, Grenadian attorney speaks on sentencing guidelines in Antigua. Now, if you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Beverly Telesford. That's news. Good night.